Radio, two hotheads on cannabis, with your hosts, Steve Epstein.
Not afraid.
And Mike Can.
You will be. You will.
No? All right. We're waiting for Jill Stein to...
We do now, yeah.
Actually, we may have Jill Stein on the phone. Let's, what time do we have right now?
What time do we have right now? We have 4:18. So
let's take the call and let's...
Hello?
Hello. Hi. Is this Jill Stein?
This is Jill Stein.
Awesome.
Hi, is this Mike?
Yes, it is. It's Mike Can. Thank you, Jill.
Hi, Mike Can. How are you?
And Stephen Epstein is here as well. Hi. We're doing
Hi,
excellent.
Steve.
Hi. Have we thrown away our title, Doctor?
Oh, Dr. Jill Stein.
How do you prefer to be referred to? Because I really don't like titles, and the Constitution talks about nobody has titles in America.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Usually I'm just Jill.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we're the two hotheads on cannabis.
Okay.
And we appreciate your being on the show. And one of the things that I think that our listeners would like to know is, how did you come to the conclusion that prohibition is just plain wrong?
Oh,
wait.
it was easy, I have to say.
Well, before we let her answer that, we do have the sweeper that we're supposed to play right at 4:20.
Yeah.
I think we should hold that thought for a second.
Okay.
Play this sweeper. We'll come back in 30 seconds with Jill.
All right, cool.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
We interrupt our program to a special broadcast.
Bing bong, it's 4:20. Regular radio. Stay tuned because more wackiness is sure to ensue.
All right, we're back with THC with Jill Stein running for governor on the Green Rainbow Party. It's Stephen Epstein. Do you want to repeat your question again for Jill?
Well, I had my... I made a determination back when I was 16 that this law is wrong. Absolutely wrong. So I wanted to know when the epiphany struck Jill. When did you come to the conclusion and why?
Jill?
Yeah. You know, I'm in the car, so I apologize. I'm in and out of cell stuff, but I think I'm past the dead zone, so hopefully we're okay.
All right, so...
You know, I heard the question first time around. I didn't hear it second time around.
The epiphany moment, Jill, when you came to the conclusion that prohibition of marijuana is wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I came to that conclusion as I became informed. And the more informed I became, the more I felt like it was absolutely unconscionable to do anything but legalize, fully legalize marijuana. And I came to that conclusion really as a medical doctor, understanding that the biggest public health threat from marijuana is from the prohibition of it, which brings violence, which brings hundreds of millions of dollars into the pockets of criminal networks and the black market for all sorts of illegal drugs, some of which are extremely harmful. And I, as a medical doctor, I also know that marijuana is harmful because it's illegal. It's not illegal because it's harmful. Sure, it does have some side effects. That's true. And as a doctor, you know, I support moderation and thinking carefully before putting any chemical into one's body. That's just how I am. But given that, I know that we have all, you know, we treat as legal substances that are far more harmful than the limited side effects of marijuana.
Well, imagine, doctor, if we created a black market for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be lovely? We saw what happened when we had a black market for alcohol, and that was, extremely dangerous.
We're seeing it again.
Yeah, and we don't need that. We know that the the violence associated with illegal drugs is funded mostly, in largest part by the illegal marijuana sales. So we can actually fight drug violence, illegal drug violence across the board by unfunding it, and we can unfund it by legalizing marijuana. As a as an advocate for young people, I'm aware that drug sales people, illegal pushers, are not checking IDs, and if we want to regulate the access which our young people now have readily to illegal marijuana, we need to legalize it and regulate it. So, in a nutshell, as a medical doctor, as I became informed, I was really clear that it would be unconscionable for me not to end the worst public health consequence of illegal drugs right now, which is largely funded by illegal marijuana. Great. And I'd say the last few days really count a lot, so definitely go to my website, jillstein.org. It's just my name, Jill, STEIN.org, and you can sign up and to volunteer, and we'll give you a call. And we've got great stuff going on, and every vote counts. Every vote for my campaign is it's a slap in the face to business as usual.
Well, Jill,
we're not just going along.
Jill, we're at jillstein.org is where you can find out more about Jill.
Just to remind people, that if everybody who wanted legalization got out and voted and brought with them 10 friends and made sure that all your friends who want legalization got out and voted, we could actually win this election. Remember, it's a four-way race.
Oh, it would surprise the hell out of the pollsters.
Can be won with a whole lot less than 50%. It could be as little as 6%. So this is a time we could actually do it. So get out those buddies and get to the polls. Get everybody who favors legalization to the polls.
Perseverance, Dr. Stein, perseverance. First, we have to get the citizens of Massachusetts to wake up and try to throw out incumbent Democrats or incumbent Republicans wherever they find them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Once we've shaken the bottle up, maybe after that little mini revolution, things will be better because people won't be looking at it. There'll be voices on Beacon Hill that are saying, stop, you're nuts, become sane again. It's like witch hunts. We're doing witch hunts up there. We're spending millions and millions and millions of dollars on things that are absolutely unnecessary and are just deadening the economy by the requirement that they raise taxes. There is a better way to do it. And
can I throw in one of those ways?
Yeah.
If it involves cannabis.
I'll let it slide, though.
well, potentially. It certainly involves hemp, put it that way.
All right.
But right now, we spend 1 out of every 2 tax dollars on health care, on one health care program or another that's subsidized by the state. It actually eats up 50% of the budget, and few people know that. Yet there are incredible sort of piles of waste that could be cleaned up, including the massive insurance bureaucracy, which just adds red tape, paper pushing.
Oh, doctor, and I thought you were going to go how if we really develop the pharmaceutical potential of the hemp plant, it wouldn't be so expensive for some of these medicines.
That is certainly true, too, but even go further upstream than that, if we were eating healthier food, and hemp is actually
A great food.
part of really important nutrients that have kind of dropped out of the factory food.
Yeah, well, given where the scientists
hemp can add to that locally grown food system, which in itself creates lots of jobs. But we know that most of these dollars that we're spending, and it's $14 billion that we're spending on healthcare, most of that is being spent on chronic diseases that are preventable by getting the right, exercise and eating the right food. We don't have to rely on expensive medications with side effects, by the way. We can do this upstream and vastly reduce this staggering healthcare bill that we are paying with our tax dollars, and that makes it impossible for us to fund the schools and
Dr.
higher
Stein?
education and all that other stuff.
Dr. Stein, I know you're on your way somewhere else where you're going to have to give a rousing speech as you
Yeah.
provided us. I want to thank you for being on the show. I want to wish you well, and by that I mean you get 10, 11, maybe 12% of the vote. And that'll be a message to them. And next time round, hey, we get a revolution every 2 years.
And thank you for the debates and your voice. It was a good thing that you
Thank
ran
you,
this
and I would
campaign.
just leave you with the parting wish that if everybody listened, and called up 10 friends and told each of them, to call up 10 friends, we could really turn politics on its head. And who knows whether it would be 10% or whether it would be a 40%.
We're recruiting them in the studio.
Turn politics on its head, and that's what we need to do.
JillStein.org. We're recruiting them in the studio. I know, Carmelita, are you going to vote for her, or are you still voting for the Democrats?
I always vote for the Green Party, but you know what? I have to say, Jill, the casino issue is a big thing because it will bring jobs to Massachusetts. And I am a person that's all for organized labor, and I see the Green Party.
You're our producer.
Damn it!
I know it's
THC.
We got a
have to
topic.
shut her
Listen,
down.
if we start talking about other issues, then we start fighting.
I know it's about cannabis. I know, but
You know what?
Think green jobs, because we don't have to wait 4 years to build a casino, and we don't have to get people addicted and put other people out of work, which is the problem with the casino jobs. Every time you create a casino job, you've killed a small business job and a restaurant job and all that. So I agree, it's job. So let's have them now, and in all communities, not just 3 where we would be building these monster
We're going to
casinos,
keep working on
which are gonna cost us
Carmelita.
big time.
We're going to twist her arm. You have to vote for Jill Stein now, Carmelita. All right, I think we have to wrap this
Newman,
up.
thumbs up or thumbs down?
Wait,
thumbs up.
Mike Newman's voting for you, so we got at least 3 out of 4 votes here. We're going to get 4.
I like it. Thank you.
love you,
Thank you.
Jill.
Good luck.
Good luck on the election
Take care.
Tuesday.
JillStein.org.
Let's talk after the election, Doctor.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye now.
Bye.
That was great. Jill Stein, she spoke at the Freedom Rally. She just spoke with us. That was our first.
Now, Mike is going
our first statewide official running for office. I mean,
May I be heard?
Yes, go ahead.
This is very
It's
important.
exciting.
If you
Exciting
want
time
to put
for
your
us, Steve.
energy, Mike Can Crawford, where your mouth is at the moment, you will immediately get up on the internet the sound bite about what you can do for Jill Stein, so that every head in Massachusetts knows that it really is worth walking in there on Tuesday